Okay, now that you have downloaded Microsoft SQL and Microsoft Visual Studio, let's start creating our first project. Okay, when you start with Microsoft Visual Studio, you will find the left pane will contain your projects, your recent projects, all the projects if you have done, and the right pane will contain options to create or open current solution or current folder. Okay, so we are now starting, so let's just start by creating a new project. I clicked on it. Here is my recent project templates. I've created websites in ASP.NET, C# and mobile apps C#, latest projects. Here you can find all the type of projects you can create with Visual Studio. Okay, so now you will search for ASP.NET web application, because of course it's not here in your recent projects. Okay, if you can't find it, you can just write ASP.NET and you can find we have ASP.NET web application and ASP.NET web application. But what's the difference between those two is that this one is working with C# and the other is with Visual Basic, and we will be working with C#. So let's select this one. Next. Now we here will write the name of our project. I'll name it ASP.NET Learning Basics. Okay, select the location where you want to save it. Okay, and we will be working with the latest framework 4.8 till now. Create. Here we have many types of ASP.NET web application ready for us to work with. We have empty, so we start creating everything from start. We have web forms, which is the same as empty, but it contains example pages, beginning pages, default, about, and contact pages for your project. Here we have MVC and Web API and single page application. If you notice here, if we choose empty, there is no authentication, but if we choose web forms, there is types of authentication. No authentication if you will allow anyone to access the website. Individual user accounts, if you want user accounts, work or school is a little bit different, and then there is Windows authentication. We will keep this no authentication and we will choose the empty one. You can see here there is app folders and core references for web forms or web API or MVC. We will leave it as it is, and the advanced options configure for HTTPS, Docker support, also create unit tests. We won't create unit tests nor Docker support. We will leave the configuration for HTTPS, or you can uncheck it. We're not going through this at this lecture. Okay, then we create. It will take its time to create the project. Alright, now we have our new project created. You can see there is one pane here, the starter page. I don't think we will need it, but you may want to see what's new in Get Started with ASP.NET, or the application architecture, how to publish your app to Azure, how to start with ASP.NET on Azure, productivity guide, and how to write code faster. Okay, after this, you can see we can close this page, and we can see there is properties panel on the left and there is solution explorer panel on the right. If you can't find those two panels open, you can open them from here, view, and then solution explorer, then properties window here. Okay, now we have our project empty. We will create a new web form. So right click on the project name, select add, and then you will have a couple of options here. We will select new item and then search for web form name it whatever we want. Let's name this text box, since we will start our first control with text box. Okay, it's opened in the code view because I'm used to writing the design in code view. I don't use a design page, although it's very helpful. And you can use also the split if you want to see both pages in action, the design and the code view pages. Okay, that's it for this lecture, and we will start next one with studying the controls in the toolbox here. See you next lecture.